Hello, everybody. This is my 26th review of films to come out in 2025. Today I'm talking about Hell of a Summer, written and directed and starring Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke. It also stars Fred Hetchinger. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I'm not sure. He's the real star of the movie. But anyways, Finn Wolfhard is a guy who I respect. I think he's taking his fame from Stranger Things and doing something really commendable. He clearly is a hard worker. He's been in so many projects since Stranger Things, and to write and direct and star in a movie at such a young age is commendable, shows a lot of hard work. Also, obviously, same goes for Billy Burke, although I don't know as much about him. In interviews I've seen with them, they seem pretty down to earth. I like them. But anyways, would I recommend Hell of a Summer? No, not really. I didn't hate this movie, but it's not good either. I mean, you have a group of young people who get to make kind of whatever they want, I assume, because they've been so incredibly successful. They can show the world what this generation is all about and what kind of features we're going to be directing. And yet this just felt so basic and kind of lame. Fred Hetchinger is the protagonist of the film, and he's really the only character you can relate to on any level because he's the only character who's remotely likable, but I mean, even he is difficult to connect to at many points in the movie because he's like so obsessed with this camp that he's like willing to risk his life for it. But still, he is the most likable character. I thought his performance was good. He's good at doing these, like, kind-hearted performances. He was in Thelma. He plays kind of a similar character. I also liked Matthew Finland's performance. I don't know him from anything else, but he plays a character named Ezra in this. And for whatever reason, he was my favorite of the cast. He's kind of like the token gay character. There are some funny moments, but for the most part, I felt like this comedy just really fell flat. It's not annoying, it's not groan-worthy, it's not terrible. It just really didn't make me laugh for the most part. There are some moments, but I don't know. In general, the movie doesn't really make me feel anything. It's not horrific, it's not that great of a mystery. I'm going to spoil this, so here's your spoiler warning if you're interested in seeing this movie. But anyways, the reveal is that the hot couple is kind of murdering everybody. And I kind of figured that. It's not that hard to guess because, like, the girl's murder you don't really see, and the guy's murder you don't really see. However, the reveal and their motivation just does not really make that much sense to me. They're killing people because they think it'll make them famous, which I guess is maybe like a commentary or satire on these like unhealthy desires for fame or whatever, but it just really does not work on like the literal level. They wear masks in the movie, which doesn't make any sense to me. If you're trying to kill to become famous murderers, why are you disguising yourself? Why aren't you, like, talking when you kill them? Like, they're disguising everything about themselves. Why? And then, like, halfway through, they change their plan. They're like, we should be famous survivors instead of murderers, and actually convince everybody else that we weren't the murderers. It just really did not make that much sense, and it wasn't well set up. I don't really have much more to say about this movie. It's a horror mystery comedy where the horror isn't scary, the mystery isn't satisfying, and the comedy wasn't all that funny. Nothing about it was awful, it just really didn't do anything for me. Also, I gotta mention, the movie ends with the socially awkward, like, camp character getting the girl and kissing her, and that's how the movie ends, but I just felt like there was such a missed opportunity for the kids of this camp to show up and see the bodies, and it could be like a funny moment. I don't know, that's really what I thought was gonna happen, because like the whole movie they're like, oh, the kids are gonna be here in like however many days, and they never show them arriving. I was kind of curious, like, how are they gonna deal with this situation? How are they gonna deal with the murders? Like, what are they gonna do about the kids who are supposed to come to this camp? But they didn't do anything with that, and it kind of just felt like this movie could have been a camping trip with a bunch of teenagers, so I'm gonna give this movie 2 stars out of 5. I thought it was kind of bad. Again, I didn't hate it, it just wasn't that good. Next week, I'm going to talk about the Minecraft movie, and I also want to post a review for Adolescence, directed by Philip Barantini. I said that last week, but sadly, I just did not get to those this week. But anyways, subscribe to see those next week. This is a channel full of lies! In the description, I will put a link to my Letterboxd list ranking all of the movies I've seen in 2025. Here is the ranking so far. There's Hell of a Summer and all the rest. There should also be a link to my YouTube playlist of all of my 2025 film reviews. You can also find that on my channel page. and right here on the left of your screen as always. Thank you for watching. Comments and likes are very much appreciated. They help boost me in the algorithm. That's all I gotta say. See ya.